That was a bar. That was a bar. I just need to get red everywhere and everything. I just need to get red everywhere and everything. And I'm be like, real big B, everybody know me. Real big B, everybody know me. Alright. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, bro, I have like fucking investors and shit. You know, potential investors. We gonna see because I'm really like, son, exactly. I want everything to be those colors, bro. Everything we have, son, like it just has to have like those colors on it, son. Of like, not a yeah, like a laptop case, bruh. And yeah, bruh, like a rug and a blanket and a pillow and like we're not gonna have like paint and stuff. I'm like then again, bruh, you really could be like the Amazon of like you know what I'm saying. But anyway, nah, because I'm saying like I'll let Amazon buy me, bruh. Pause. So now look, what else? I don't know. You like covers, but again, most importantly, clothes though. Like that. That really is the most important thing because I'm like, yeah, bro. You go outside, you got a red backpack and a red sweater and red sweatpants and red socks and red shoes and a red hat and red gloves, bro. I'm like, I'm a big B. I'm a real big B. Everybody know me. Real big B. Everybody know me. There was this one point. There was this one point where I was trying to make like songs and stuff. I was trying to make songs and stuff like of just one line. And what did I say? All black like the president. And that's what I'm okay. I don't remember the other one though. There were like a couple other ones. That was like the main one I think. All black like the president. But now I think of that one. Real big B. Everybody know me. Real big B. Everybody know me. Alright. Look, alright, ¿cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? Yeah, I said apologize, request, uh uh commit. This was say antagonize. Or this was say compliment. Uh 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 not insult, condemn, insult, condemn, insult, consult, advise, consult, advise. So as you can see, I've gotten to this point of so I'm doing the program. This is what I have here on my phone to talk about, right? I have the program, which is like the whole entirety of what I'm doing all day, every day. First is like my workouts, and then second is my cleaning, and then third is like my investments, and then four is my diet, and then five is my singing, and then six is this. Six is my like my planning and preparation for my life and my existence. I think that's another. But I don't know where these joints be coming from. But they come here to die. Alright, so now look. Now look. Now look. Bruh, Ravens Lions is such a yeah, bro. I'm mad skeptical, bro. I wouldn't even tweet, son. I'm mad skeptical over all these joints, bro. Because, son, this is what I'm saying, bro. I hear what they're saying, but I see what they're doing, son. I hear what they're saying, but I see what they're doing, son. That's why I'm like, son, nah, bro, fuck no, son. And that's why, again, that's why they're all so thirsty, bro. Because they know, bro, no one's going to save them, son. And if someone does save them, then it'll just be like them. And then, like, yeah, it won't have any, like, future impact on, like, the world and stuff. It won't really, like, change anything. But it's like, son, yeah, bro, no one's doing this shit, son. Cause yeah, bro, you remember I was like, son, you remember I was like, she's not going, but they're all going. They're all going. I don't know a joint that's not going, son. I might know one joint, bruh. I might know one joint, bruh. And again, even her, like, I don't know. I'm just pretty sure. I'm just pretty sure. I'm just pretty sure. I'm just pretty sure. But like, son, they're all going, son. It's like, I, hold on, hold on. Let me get back to my program. And let me say seven. That's what I'm saying. This is my thing too, right? Because what I was going to say. All right. Confess. Admit. Um, yeah, that's what I'm saying, because seven is supposed to be meditation. But now I'm also thinking it could be something else. But like, yeah, bro, it's either that I don't want to talk about it, or it's like I need to talk about it. I just saw everything like shift, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro. The truth. You have to tell the truth. Okay, right? Because this is my other thing that I'm doing, right? Okay, there's three areas. There's three areas, possibly four, because I'm like, yeah, six is it's like 6A and 6B or something. Because like if you have the programs, you need to be doing the program here. So you need to be, but that's kind of what I wanted to get to, like kind of getting through all this planning and preparation so that I can get to this conversation. I really want to have like a conversation. And again, it's not really a conversation because it's going one way. But then again, like, I could respond to my previous self that said something that I don't remember. Um, so there's four things, right? One is the program. When is the program? You're right, sure. I'm gonna be like the conversation, son, or something, son. I'm just gonna say it just so I can talk about it right now, cause I don't know if it's real or if it's like fake or like whatever, son. The conversation, uh, the transcript, the transcript, the report, the report, the conversation, the meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like the news, the word, the news, the word, the something. Okay, so the first thing is the program. The first thing is the program, which is like everything I could possibly do, basically. And then there's the application, which is everything that I'm trying to do right now and today. And yeah, I had right, which is, I mean, you know what I'm saying, bruh? Which is right, which is right, which is right. Uh, but like I want to talk about all this stuff, but then again, it's like I don't want to talk about it. I just want to do it, right? Uh, yeah. It's like I don't want to talk about it. I just want to do it because I did this thing where I can't even go into detail, bro, because I'm like, bro, it doesn't matter if you say it. I did this thing where like I don't even know how to say what I did. Um, I went through all the vowels. I like, yeah, bro. I basically wrote down a bunch of rhymes. I went through all the vowels and like got to like the end of them with consonants and like saw how many different combinations you have. Cause like bag, tag, sag, rag. Like I wrote down all those. I wrote down all those like from A to U, but not just from A to U. It's like the sounds of the vowels. So it's like A, I, E, etc. And then like, yeah, like I just put a consonant on the end of it, and then I saw what consonant would go in front of it to like actually make a real word, and then I wrote down all those words, and it was maybe like 3-4 pages. Um, but now I want to go with a melody. So again, like I was trying to think of how to do it just like naturally, like organically, of like I could just feel like what's in my spirit and be like, oh. Yo, I guess one is good if you really like carry it out. But then again, it's like it's not because again, you can't like just drop that and like have that be it. So again, so I'm trying to figure out if you, oh, that's one of the ones that I did. Like I started with one of the ones that I came up, I guess, organically because I'm just like feel like what's in your heart. I was like, oh, 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 oh. See, but now I want to transfer it to an M because that's the only way that I feel like I can really get through this like without losing my mind. Because if I try to do all the different vowels, then I'm gonna try to see how all of them feel, and that's just gonna take way too long. So, mm, 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 yeah. So the natural flaw in this is that the only thing I really have to do if I'm doing it manually is I can go like I always have to start with two. So it's or it's See how that's like, that's so good. That's so good. Like that just feels the best to like just have those two little couplets. Um Yeah, so that's where you start with. So that's like up, down, down, up. That's what I'm gonna call it. And then um um or maybe like high, low, high, and then I could have up down as like, you know what I'm saying, extras. We'll see how that works, if it works. But the thing that I'm saying about this, the implicit flaw is that I'm not really taking into account tempo or spacing. So I'm just gonna go like and like kind of play around with that and see like I get to maybe like 8 or 12 or something. Cause what do I do? Okay. I have to like listen to it because I don't really remember how it went, and both of them sound very similar. Okay, it's like So the thing like that's like my problem with that is like I'll never like reach something else like that is because I'm like one is um yeah, for a lot of those, I can't tell if I'm going up or down or if I'm just staying the same. And then, oh, but that has to be another option though, right? That just hurt my head a lot too. So you start off with 4, because what did I do? I can't even wait. No, but it's like it went up. I'm trying to like keep them the same, and it's like impossible. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, that was it. That was it. That was it. Okay, so I'll be like level or something. Cause when I was doing it, I was thinking like it should be like high or low, but it's not high or low. It's just like level. So those are my 3, right? It's and it's like mm, 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 mm. Yo, I am officially an instrument. I am officially an instrument. I'm like seriously losing my mind right now. Yeah, so I have to do this. I don't know what to call this. Nah, yeah, it's melodies. It's melodies. It's melodies. It's manual melodies. It's manual melodies. Cause I'm gonna come up with more later, and then I'm gonna also hear other people and rob the shit out of everyone. But yeah, first you just have to understand like that, cause that shit just is hurting my brain. So, and that's why I'm saying I don't really want to talk about it. I want to do it. But then again, this is why I'm saying talking about it helps. And this is all I really want to like say, bro. I won't even tweak, bro, cause I feel like the conversation that I want to have is dumb, bro. I feel like the conversation that I want to have is dumb. The transcript and the report and the conversation and like everything like is already happening implicitly. You don't have to like make it like a meta conversation. Like this is the conversation. Making melodies. I'm making melodies. I'm making melodies. Like that's the conversation. And this is how I'm making melodies. That's the conversation. And it's going really well. That's the conversation. That's the only conversation. So it's like, yeah, you don't really need to have a conversation. I hope not. Yeah, I hope not, because that was like great. That's what I'm saying. Because like, I mean, like, you know, maybe you would have figured that out when you were doing it, but I just feel like this is a good, yeah, to talk about it on every level and just, yeah, because if you just do it, this is what I'm saying though. I feel like my brain, yeah, because again, all this meditation and visualization is cool, but I feel like, yeah, bro, when you verbalize it, it's different. And that gets me to my last point of the science. I'm seeing, bruh, that like the tree of life that I found that I was like trying to look at, I thought it had to do with like the totality of existence. And it does in a way, but not in how I thought. Because again, I'm looking at it like it's like earth, water, air, fire, like everything. If you took apart everything, like this is what it would be. But it's really the process of creation and speaking things into existence. And I just made another note by accident. Um the science. Right. So I have a list of 1 to 10 that I don't know is correct, but I do want to talk about this because I feel like the more I talk about it, the more I understand it and the more I like tighten my strength on it. Because again, This is what I'm saying. You're saying things about yourself all the time. And not just about yourself, but about the world. And other people are saying things about you all the time. And I'm like, son, exactly, bro. I'm not calling myself the GOAT. I'm not calling myself the GOAT, or I'm not calling myself trash. I'm just saying I'm making melodies. Like that I want, exactly. I want to have a pure conversation because, again, I want to have a pure consciousness. Maybe that's actually 10. Okay. No, right. I'm gonna put it. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Consciousness, consciousness. Okay, so it's twofold. Because it's like thoughts, words, and feelings. Basically, like, yeah, bro, if I'm aware of like a dozen donuts, then like I have a dozen donuts. I don't really need to have a dozen donuts literally, but at the same time, if I keep my attention there, they will manifest. I guarantee it. So that's what I'm saying. Is like everything I'm saying every day and all these like times, bro, is like I don't really know how it's happening or when it's happening, but it's like I know if I say like uh if I say like I'm trying to think of like a word, bruh, but I'm like it's like I don't even want to say anything to fuck up what I'm saying, bruh. If I say like okay, right. If I say apple like over and over again, if I say apple exactly, because it comes down to repetition also. It's like attention and repetition that'll like, create. Nah, but that's even what I would call it is creation. But anyway, let me go down this list really quick. Because I'm like again losing my brain, bruh. Um, so one is authority. And that's saying that like yeah, bruh. If you okay, it's kind of like your tongue is like your sword and like your weapon and everything. People say like the sword is the law or the gun is the law or like something like that. And it's like you can't really like shirk it and just like shirk the responsibility of like having the ability to speak, because once you can speak you can create. And it's like on the one hand you need to be like careful, but then on the other hand you need to be like appreciative. I don't know how to explain it, but you have to accept and understand that you do have that responsibility to create and to form your world and your life through your speaking and through your words and through like, yeah, bruh. Because that's what I'm saying. You can't just like talk shit about yourself, bro, or talk shit like generally. Um, 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 um. That's honestly where I want to leave it. Because I'm like, I don't want to make this into too big of a thing, but I'm gonna just get more and more and more, and I'm gonna keep talking about this. So the science, yeah, it's really the science, the program, and the application. Because this is the conversation, bro. It's not like I really need to like, you know what I'm saying? All that other stuff kind of just happens. But I'm trying to see what I do in the conversation, cause I'm like, yeah, bro, it's planning and preparation. It's planning and preparation. But I'm also, cause going back to 6, which is on the program. But I mean I don't really want to talk about that. I don't need to talk about that. Cause then I would be talking about the whole program. I'm not talking about the fucking program right now. Fuck that. I'm talking about the application. When I'm writing the program, I'll just be writing the program, and then I'll read the program, and I'll probably read. Yeah. I'll probably read and write it on camera also. That's how we can make this go longer. Yeah, that's how we can make this go longer to where it's like, yeah, so I can talk about it like while I'm writing it, so it's not just all in my head. And then yeah, so that's good. And then 7, yeah, bro, I have two M's. But it's either or. That's why I'm like signing to go with 7. But that's the other thing that I've also been doing is listening to the Bible like a lot, because I'm like yeah, bro. Everything else, that's what I'm saying. Because it's also what you're hearing. It's not just what you're saying, but it's what you're hearing and listening to. Because like, so I feel like most of the stuff that I like come across on the daily is not good for me. And it's like, exactly, bro. They're like trying to make me work for them or something, son. But all I have to say is this: come get some. I gotta figure out how to say it. Come get some.